Welcome back to the Meet from the Midwest podcast, where you get your latest boxing updates. This weekend, we have the Zone Boxing. They've been putting on some great events lately. A lot of great fights have been going on. I want to get in here and give y'all my predictions for the card. The main event of the evening will be Moses Itauma, undefeated, versus Dillian Whyte. We're going to start with the bottom of the card, though. We have two heavyweight fights on here, two super featherweight title matches, well, two super featherweight fights, and then we had the WBA featherweight title on the line. Solid fighters, a couple of up and coming fighters. I just want to give y'all my predictions. So let's get this thing started. Before we go any further, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I will be here for all of your boxing updates for the most part every week. So first fight we got on the card is, and excuse me, like I'm feeling like goddamn Webby on here, man. Y'all got some names on y'all. It's a few names on here, so excuse me for trying to pronounce these names. If I don't get it right, you will see their names on the card if you go to DAZN Boxing for the event going on Saturday. These fights will be starting a little early. This is an earlier card, so I want to say about noonish will be the undercard. So they're expecting the main event to go down about 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central Time. Here we go. Heavyweight fight. Filip Hrgovic, 18-1 with 14 knockouts, versus David Adeleye, 14-1 with 13 knockouts. I watched both of these dudes fight. Hrgovic, I just saw him lose recently, and it looked like he just gassed it out. I think that he pulls off this win because he's going to be looking for revenge. David ain't no slouch. I can see this fight being a knockout. So actually, I take that back. I'm going to go with David Adeleye to win this one, because the way I seen that Hrgovic, once I seen him gas out after a couple of rounds, usually the heavyweights they gas out so quick, they just sit there and become a human punching bag. So I'm going to go with David to win that one. He's 14-1. I expect him to win by knockout. Next fight we got on the line, we have the super featherweight match. We have, this is for, okay, we got Raymond Ford, 17-1-1 with 8 knockouts, versus Abraham Nova, 24-3. Nova is coming off an ass whooping of a lifetime. He tried to hang in there with this last fight, but if you go look at the replays of his recent fight, he got smoked. He got dropped, I want to say twice. Dude just beat the hell out of him. I can't even pronounce his name. I can't remember, but he's one of those up-and-coming guys that's the champ right now, and I don't think anybody's checking for him right now. Don't nobody want to run across this cat. But Abraham Nova, I feel like usually when you get knocked out in a fight as bad as he did, that they come out there and they proceed with caution. They're not trying to engage with actually boxing. They're going to be looking to survive the match. And Raymond Ford is one of those guys that's going to put pressure on you the whole fight. So I believe that Raymond Ford is going to be able to pull this fight off. If he doesn't win by decision, he should be able to get a late knockout. Just because, like I said, Nova, he took a hellacious ass whoop in his last fight. I can see him taking another one. Ford ain't nothing we play with. Excuse me, I'm still up under the weather a little bit. So if I'm sniffing a little bit, I apologize. But I had to get in here and get these predictions, y'all. The co-main event is for the WBA featherweight title. We have Nick Ball, 22-0 with 1 draw with 13 knockouts, versus Sam Goodman. He is 20-0 with 8 knockouts. I'm a big Nick Ball fan. He reminds me of like a bulldog type fight, like Isaac Cruz. He fights with his head first, so this can always turn into a slugfest. With him, the way that he fights, it causes a lot of headbutts. I know a lot of people been complaining about him headbutting a little too much, but once he starts putting them punches together, he's usually to knock somebody out. I believe that Sam Goodman he's a good fighter. I've seen a little bit of his fights, but I'm just a big Nick Ball fan, so I'm gonna stick with Nick Ball until he's been fighting everybody that he wants. He's been calling for the competition to come see him, so I'm gonna rock with Nick Ball. I believe that he could take this and win this by decision or a probably 6 or 7 round knockout. Main event of the evening is the heavyweights. We have Moses Itauma, 12-0 with 10 knockouts versus Dillian Whyte, 31-3 with 21 knockouts. Dillian Whyte was on a couple of videos saying how they always put him as the underdog. He don't understand why everybody always doubt him. He's at the age of 37. He's only had 3 losses. He's lost to 3 guys that's been champions before in the heavyweight division. He believes that Moses Itauma is using him as a stepping stone because he's a young fighter. I want to say like 20-something years old, maybe 21, 22, a young cat. And Moses looks like the real deal. I think that he's faster. He's not bigger than Dillian, but with him being younger, I could see him whooping Dillian Whyte's ass. It's a reason why he's the underdog with this fight. So I'm gonna go with Moses Itauma to pull off the win and get his biggest win yet on his resume. So those are my main predictions for this card. Again, I'm going Daniel Adeleye by knockout in the later rounds. I'm going Raymond Ford by decision or late knockout. I'm going Nick Ball by knockout. I'll say about 6 or 7, round 6 or 7. And main event, I'm going Moses Itauma. I'm going to say he wins knockout by maybe 4 or 5. So I believe all 4 of these fights should finish in knockout. I'll be surprised if all of them don't finish knockout. That's all I got for DAZN boxing this week. Please make sure y'all tune in. It's an early fight card. I think I said it's about to be around noon Eastern time. Make sure y'all tap in the comments. Let me know who y'all got for those 4 fights. Who y'all, the 4 people y'all think will pull off the wins, and what would be the fight of the night. If I had to pick a fight of the night, I'm going to go with I'll go Raymond Ford and Abraham Nova because both of them gonna bring it. I just believe Raymond Ford gonna put it together and get Nova out of there later on in the ring, later on in the match. That's all I got for y'all for boxing, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned in weekly for all my boxing updates. I'll be here all year and the next year after that and all that. Like, share, subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast for your latest boxing updates on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.